Manga. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet.
Not much of a reader, I guess.
Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri?
Well, let's see.
Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger.
My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive.
Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people.
But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately.
Ah, I read a horror book once. I desperately grasp something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with the rock.
I didn't expect that from you, Yuri. It suits your personality. Oh, is that so? Really, if a story makes me think, or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment.
Ugh, I hate horror.
Oh, why is that?
Well, I just...
Natsuki's R's dart over to me for a split second.
Did you say horrors?
Horrors.
Never mind.
Did I say that instead of eyes?
Yeah.
No, I
How
think
do
you
you,
said horrors, yeah.
do you guys like horror stories? I think they can be neat.
So, well, Ricky does. Me, I don't really listen to him.
I see.
Did you read this already?
I don't remember. Never mind. I think I did.
That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki?
What? What gives you that idea?
You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called...
Don't say it out loud! And give that back!
Fine.
Natsuki, you write your own poems?
Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care?
I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime?
No!
Natsuki averts her eyes.
This is the same dialogue. You wouldn't like them.
Ah, not a very confident writer yet.
I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deep reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers.
I guess it's the same for Yuri. We all sit in silence for a moment.
Dang it. Hey, I just got an idea.
She doesn't deserve it, James!
How about this? Good idea. Huh?
Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica.
Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we'll share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. I mean, I thought it was a good idea. Well, I think you're right, Monica. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. I did decide to take on the responsibility of vice president, after all. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its new members, It's crazy to me that Yuri's vice president. You'd never imagine it. Besides, now that we have a new member, it seems like a good step for us to take. Do you agree as well, Steve, Minecraft Harvey?
Hold on, there's still one problem.
Eh? What's that?
Now that we've reached the most important topic, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Monica
Gasp.
may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision.
You're gonna make them cry.
I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. All three girls stare back at me with dejected eyes.
But... I'm sorry, I thought...
Eh? The girls exchange glances before Monica turns back to me.
I guess I need to tell you the truth, Steve. The thing is, we don't have enough members yet to form an official club. We need 4.
Well, you had 4.
I mean, if you count Steve, sure. And I've been trying really, really hard to find new members. And if we don't find one more before the festival...
I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I would feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation. And besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. So if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls... Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up.
Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean that, Steve?
Yeah. It could be fun, right?
You really did scare me for a moment.
I mean, if you really just left after all this, I would be super pissed.
She would punch you in the face. Steve, I'm so happy. We can become an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay?
Ah, thanks, I guess.
He's like, okay. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share.
Monica looks over at me once more.
Steve, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself.
Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue the chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. I guess I'll be on my way then.
Okay. I'll see you tomorrow then. I can't wait.
Monica's sussy. She's sus.
You think she's a sussy baka?
With that, I depart the club room and make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the 3 girls. Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. We did that, and you see how that turned out, so...
Oh, have you played the game before, Ricky? It's news to me.
Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight.
This would make a pretty banger game of Among Us, TBH. Oh, you have unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it?
Casey?
I think the only
Just
option here is yes.
Gotta. What we got here? I'll read it. A dream. I was staying over at my friend's place. There were 4 of us. I drifted off to sleep while everyone was talking and watching TV. In my dreams, I was still at my friend's house. The only difference was that there were nails sticking out of the walls everywhere. I thought of someone I didn't recognize. The person I didn't recognize told a joke and everyone laughed. I woke up to the sound of everyone laughing at something that happened on the TV. So laughing was not part of the dream. It was the noise that woke me up. I wonder who that person was and how they knew to tell a joke at that moment.
That's fucked up.
Just a nice little poem.
Okay.
Poem
so
writing time.
This is where it gets more complicated because who do we go for?
Well, fuck, bro. Like, we fucking... We
Not
got
too bad
close
Monica's
to
not
zero,
close.
and
Who's that?
shit, you know? Like, could we have... If we pick the other option, would we been okay?
I think no. I think that was always planned. But also, I don't know how this game works.
You guys discuss for a second. I gotta use the bathroom.
So...
We'll pause.
That's fine.
I think you're right. I think that if we would have told her that she's our dearest friend, then like we would have broken her heart, basically.
Yeah.
And in the case that we told her we love her, that turned out how it turned out. So.
And I think any of the options that we chose before, it would have changed the story, but the outcome would have been the same. I think that outcome was always predetermined.
I think so too, but I just wonder. I guess we'll probably find out how they do it with the other ones.
Yeah, so here's the thing that I'm concerned about right now. I like Natsuki, and if we go for Natsuki, then what if she dies at the end? That leaves James with all the dialogue. If we go Yuri, what if she doesn't die at the end, or like whatever happens? Like what if that doesn't happen, and Natsuki still ends up dying, and so James is just stuck with the dialogue again? I'm just worried about the outcome. It's like, what if I don't have lines anymore?
I mean, I don't know, but like, I don't think we should base our decision based on that.
Yeah. Do you want to go for Yuri?
Yeah, I want to go for Yuri. I like Yuri.
I think,
By the way,
I think the chances are the same. Something similar is going to happen again, and so instead of James having two characters and I having none, if that happens, I think it's best to get rid of Yuri. Plus, I just want to see what happens when we go Yuri.
I'll say this much: if you're worried about like characters dwindling and you not getting lines,
No,
at that
no,
point,
no.
I would
I'm
let
not
you
good.
voice someone.
James, that's spoiling.
No, that's me not spoil. I'm saying if that were to happen, I would let you voice someone else. So you don't have to even consider that.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'm
I've done good at not spoiling anything.
Yeah.
No, what you said, I thought it was about to be a spoiler, so I just tuned you out.
I did that too. Yeah.
No.
But
If anything,
well, let's go
them
Yuri.
when the others came in, they almost spoiled stuff. I had to.
I think this game wants to break you down and grind you into dust and just make you suffer.
It might. I don't know.
This is just like Tetris 99 for real.
We play some fucked up stuff.
We're playing
Anyway.
a wholesome visual novel. They
Anyway,
wanted to
yeah,
play. We wanted to introduce a visual novel to this channel. I picked something.
Oh,
wholesome.
have you started
I thought you guys had a
recording
good
again
time.
yet?
I never stopped.
Oh.
I figured as much.
Well, Ransom's not cutting any of that out.
No.
How lovely.
Well, like,
I do wish there were more romance
well, like
options in this game.
I think that needs to be included, doesn't it? Us discussing
No,
this
I
shit?
think it's fine.
Ransom, decide. Okay.
Ransom's just gonna leave it. He doesn't decide.
So,
Ransom,
Yeah,
don't
we're
decide.
we're going Yuri. I want to hate on her a bit. Dude, what if you choose
You're on edge.
what if you choose the S word for YouTube reasons? What if it like I was wondering if something would happen in terms of the last girl.
Last.
say her name. You're always.
I forgot her name.
You're always.
That's so okay. I'm bad with names.
got, Yuri?
Alright, let's listen. What the fuck? Pronounce it. Fucking go. Oh, I have my sound turned off.
Requite.
Yeah, requite. Okay, so I was wrong.
Hi again, Steve. I see you're learning definitions over there. Oh, pronunciation. Same difference.
The picture's gone.
Thank
What
God.
picture? I don't know what you're talking about. Does the music sound a little different, you guys? Glad to see you didn't run away on us.
Is
Hey,
it
Jet, did you
different?
say what? How did you pronounce it?
Unrequited?
Unrequited? Okay, yeah.
Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone is already hanging out. Now, did her face just do something just now?
I don't know what you're talking about.
My eyes weren't directly
Thanks for keeping
on
your
her.
promise. Thanks for keeping your promise, Steve. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Something feels off. Also, you guys will have to pardon me, my internet's being a little weird, so I might respond slowly. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it?
Oh. Don't like
Oh, come
that.
on! Like he deserves any slack. You already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it.
Get out the way.
What the fuck is going on?
You certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room.
Get out the way,
move
Monica!
that, bitch!
I hate
What's
you!
going on?
Monica, that's what you're saying.
What the fuck?
Natsuki, I hate Monica, dude. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga.
Sorry, what is this layout? What is with their sprites
Manga
and...
is literature.
Alright, hold on. The room is slowly turning.
Yeah, no, it's tilted for sure.
It is continuously moving.
Well, I know you guys are tilted, but come on,
fuck
guys.
It is. Dude, I can't look at that. It's gonna end up making me motion sick if I focus on it.
Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat.
I'm sorry, Steve. We'll make sure.
God damn,
Jack.
Jack.
First, okay? Yeah, no, it's
Your
Lyman,
internet
sorry.
is fucked.
Yeah, I mean, ransom, God ransom, Ricky-sama. Hit pause. I'll be right back.
Alright. The
Sorry,
music
I'll try
is
to,
definitely fucked up.
Sounds fine to me.
You good now, James?
Not sure. We're gonna find out.
Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance.
Anyway. Now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have interest in picking up a book to read?
Well, I can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now. So it only feels right for me to do something like that if you ask.
Wait. I didn't mean it like that. Ooh. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess.
No, it's not that, Yuri. I want to try to be a part of this club. So even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to.
Are you sure?
I think we picked Yuri first the first time around.
Mm-hmm. I think so. I just felt like... Well, as vice president and all... Wait, what do you mean first time around? That should help you get started in something you might like.
You can't just pretend that the other one didn't happen. Yuri reaches in her bag and pulls out a book.
Pretend. I said pull out a gun.
God.
I didn't want you to feel left out. So I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. Well, if you feel like you've seen this before, going at it again might be different. Who knows?
Well, the room is now tilted at like a fucking 30-degree angle.
Maybe it's just your head that's tilted. Try turning your head to the right there.
Oh
There you
yeah,
go.
we're
See, it's all
good.
fine
Except now
Yeah.
Yuri is tilted, so...
Well, she's pretty tilted because you won't read her book yet. So.
This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book.
Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think.
Now that everyone's
Oh,
settled
the
in...
room.
Yeah, the room went back. Is anything different, though?
No.
It's fine to me.
Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more. But at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading.
This classroom is really clean, and so are all the desks.
I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book.
I'll read a little faster
Sorry,
to make up for anything that seems familiar.
I was just spacing out. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable.
Oh. It's fine. If I was focused, then I probably would have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so...
That's the book you gave me, right?
What?
What?
You guys see that, right?
What?
Oh, okay, I see now, yeah. Look
Oh,
at her. Yeah.
fuck. I thought I was so focused on the room.
Yep. It is.
Mhm.
It keeps going. Yeah.
Yuri, your
I
eye.
wanted to reread some of it.
You doing
What about
alright,
it?
girl?
Yeah, there's an I in my name.
Okay.
Not for any particular reason.
Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book?
Yeah, that
you
is
see,
weird.
Reading 2 books at the same time is twice as fast. You can go, that's what she said.
Alright.
That's not what I meant. I mean... I just happened to buy 2 of them.
Ah, I see.
What?
There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon.
I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story.
Is that so? What's the story about, anyway?
Well...
I look at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover.
How would you pick that as someone's first book? For real, for real. Basically, it's about this religious camp that's turned into a human experiment prison. And... Sorry, 1 second. And people trapped there have this trait that turns into killing machines that lust for blood.
Was that the
But-
same? That was
but
not
the
the
f-
same.
Facility gets even worse, and they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and affixing them to... Oh, that might be a little bit of a spoiler. But anyway, I'm really into it. The book, I mean. Not the thing about the limbs.
That's kind of... It's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere.
Lady, this is his first book ever, and this is what you chose. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Steve?
No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry.
I hope so.
Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different.
It's just this kind of story. It's the kind that challenges you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because the world is full of horrible people and we're all worthless anyway.
Alright.
What's wrong?
Yeah,
Okay.
Ricky. It has pizzazz and style. Oh,
Then suddenly, I'm rambling, aren't I?
This is not the same.
Not again. I'm sorry.
Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything.
Every copy of Doki Doki is personalized. Well, you know what I'm talking about.
I get that reference.
I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, my whole body gets incredibly...
God.
Kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So, I'm sorry if I ended up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. It's understandable, Yuri. Everyone gets a little,
That's... I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club, after all.
Ah. Well, that's true.
In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right?
Yes! I mean, you don't have to, but...
What are you saying?
Mm-hmm.
Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's.
Yeah.
Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive.
I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone.
I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything.
Alright.
I open the book and start the prologue.
I'll say you could be distracted.
I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. I keep looking at the room, expecting something to change.
It's a totally normal classroom.
It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead.
Sorry.
I was just basically feeling at your body.